which basically
Here
means they
come
range
the
over the
reindeer.
terrain, and they
Almost.
migrate hundreds and hundreds of miles
Just
from the
wait for
calving
it, and you'll
grounds
see
to
'em.
their winter grounds. So they're a fascinating critter, but they are the same. Genetically, reindeer and caribou.
Here they come.
Reindeer are domestic, and they were brought here as domestic animals from Northern Europe
So
over 100
kawaii.
years ago. Here's some descendants of the original herds from Northern Europe. Right-hand side in the clearing,
Look at his
2
horns.
males, 2 females,
Or
and a fawn.
His antlers, I should say. Sugor.
Now look at that big male right there, second from the right, or way over in the left-hand end, and you'll see shreds of material hanging off the antlers. The antlers are covered with velvet originally. They're temporary structures. They grow new ones every year. The females still have quite a bit of velvet on their antlers. But the velvet is a layer of skin and tissue that protects blood vessels or carry nutrients into the antlers as they mature. Once the antlers are fully developed, as they are on these 2 males, they will shed the velvet, and then they have a rich, light mahogany coloration to them. Now it looks a little bit odd with all these shreds of velvet hanging off of there, but that is a natural process. The one on the left is even more recent in his shedding process, and then you'll even see a little of the remains of some blood and things on there. It's very natural. It's an ongoing. As the antlers mature, they kind of itch, and the antlers will be rubbed against trees and things to get rid of the velvet. Of course, that exposes the antlers for the mating process. And after the fall rut, the males will shed their antlers, and they will be antlerless throughout the winter. The females keep their antlers through the winter to defend their unborn young and themselves from predators like wolves. In the spring, the females will shed their antlers only after the birth of the young, and then they'll grow new ones. And here's an interesting kind of wordplay for you, but there's no such thing as caribou or reindeer horns. These are not horns. Horns are permanent. These are antlers. They are temporary. They go brand new ones every year. And every succeeding year, they'll be bigger. So these males here have been around for 4, 5, 6 years, have pretty nice sized antlers on them, and those racks will weigh about 35 pounds. Imagine walking around with that on your head all day. At one time, reindeer antlers were worth several $1,000s per set. They were harvested at a certain time of year, shipped overseas, and used for medicinal purposes. Still favored in some parts of Asia, but today reindeer antlers don't have the high value they had in the early days when they were a big part of the economy of Northwest Alaska. We kind of like them right where they are. When they fall off, you don't see them laying all over the tundra. They'll be there for a while, but they are consumed by rodents as a source of minerals. So they'll frequently, by spring, you won't see much evidence that there were ever any antlers on the tundra, maybe a few remains. They're very sleek in summer, but you can still see, for instance, this female on the far left is losing her winter coat. The belly of the female, kind of second from the left, also still losing some of that winter hair. The winter hairs are hollow, and they give the animals insulation, but also flotation when they swim, and they do cover large lakes, fast-moving rivers when they swim, so that insulation and flotation is